My name is Nick Oliveri. I'm a proud student service learner representing the CSU Monterey. I am also proud to be a service learner for the Monterey County Free Library System, just contributing to their wonderful array of content on books, self-help, self-care, and many, many other aspects on their YouTube channel and beyond. But today, more specifically, we have a book chat, and it's a very special one that I'm very passionate about. There are many books out there that, well, this is going to sound very strange, but there are so many novels that follow tropes and follow trends and try to write for the masses. But here today, we don't have that. We don't have a writer who said, oh, I'm going to try to find the biggest audience possible for this book. No, he did not say that at all. J.A. Baker is his name, and the Peregrine is his game. The Peregrine is in the book. His around 300 plus page coverage through one winter of watching a peregrine falcon. And the peregrines in England throughout a winter. And yeah, that's all it is. I mean, we could be done here right now. That's really all the book is. So why am I reviewing it? What's special about this book? What are we, what are we doing here? Why are we talking about J.A. Baker? I mean, this was the only relevant book he published, and he died pretty young, unfortunately, of medication he was taking for arthritis. Basically full body arthritis. Very nasty way to go out, but basically, why are we talking about him? Why are we talking about his book? Well, I'll tell you why. Experts, scholars consider this novel the best English novel or English book ever written on nature. That's high praise. That's high praise. There are a lot of English books written on nature. Now, of course, books and novels, even if a book is nonfiction, which this is literally just a book of statements, but it's so much more than that. But quite literally, this is a book of statements, and it's fictionalized in that J.E. Baker actually went on a trip to cover and watch peregrines over 10 winters. He condensed all 10 of those into one book / novel, work of art, we'll call it. It's a hybrid. And the reason why it's a hybrid, instead of just, say someone's account or a book on bird watching, is because of the ecstasy and the beauty and the devotion and the absurdity of his dedication to this animal. He describes it at such a length in such beautiful ways. The poetic prose of this person, as a writer myself, I aspire to. Listen to this passage right here. When a crescendo of crackling jackdaws swept into the elms and was silent, I knew that the peregrine was flying. I followed it down to the river. Thousands of starlings sat on pylons and cables, bills opening wide as each bird had his bubbly, squeaky say. Crows watched the hawk, and blackbirds scolded. After 5 minutes' alertness, the crows relaxed, and released their frustration by swooping at starlings. Blackbirds stopped scolding. Now, the beginning of that was poetic and little abstract language, and then he tamped it down to being more matter of fact in, say, what the crows were doing, and how they relaxed and how the blackbirds stopped scolding. But look at the sentence structure. Look how long. I want you to notice. Look how long this sentence is. I'm going to read the second to last sentence of that passage again, and then I'm going to read the last sentence. And I want you to notice how much they vary in length. After 5 minutes' alertness, the crows relaxed and released their frustration by swooping at starlings. Here's the last sentence. Blackbird stopped scolding. He is constantly doing that throughout the book, which is why this passage is indicative. in going staccato, beauty, and a meandering back to a staccato, and or an 808 or a snare, and that he has that percussive nature of his work. Blackbird stops scolding, and it punctuates other sentences like when a crescendo of crackling jackdaws swept into the elms and was silent. I mean, he uses alliteration there, just right at the beginning of the passage, and I didn't even notice that until now. So I think that bodes to just how complex and how ridiculously nice and lush the prose are for this animal. Now, getting a little bit more into the peregrine falcon itself, it is something that thinks nothing other than killing. It is so single-minded, and its day is revolved around killing. It naps a lot, it cleans itself a lot and preens. It'll even do like fake practice dives, and at one point he says they even play with the prey, do fake swoops. But the peregrine, he paints this beautiful picture in a little over 300 pages of this monster, but an elegant, sophisticated, single-minded monster with grace and prestige over their environment, that are so dedicated, that are so stringently reduced. Reduced as a negative connotation, but stringently reduced to their goal, that it's an inspiration. I mean, I can talk for the next hour about how ecstatic this prose is, how good it is, how much I aspire to it. And just there are some sentences that pop out and I just say, I don't know how. So if this video does anything for you, I hope it's that you pick up the Peregrine. I really appreciate the time today. Once again, this is Nick Oliveri, student service learner from Monterey Bay, CSU. This has been The Peregrine from J.A. Baker. Very beautiful book, and it certainly has stuck with me. Thank you.